Wait, what do you mean she's a shoplifter? Look at her eyes, man. That's not the face of a thief. That's the face of someone fighting her own storm. The voice cut through the noise of the grocery store, steady yet commanding. The man who spoke stood tall, a broad-shouldered veteran in a worn leather jacket, his army dog tags catching the light as they swayed with his every breath. This was Daniel Cole, a single dad who'd seen enough injustice in war zones to recognize one when it stood before him. And the woman he was defending, she wasn't what anyone thought she was. But the truth would shake everyone in that store to their core. If you're watching this, stay till the end. Because what happened that day didn't just change one life, it changed 3. And if you believe in standing up for what's right, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Stories like these remind us all, courage doesn't always wear a uniform, but sometimes, it still salutes honor. It all started on a quiet Saturday morning. Daniel was at the local supermarket with his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Since his wife passed away 5 years ago, these grocery trips had become their weekend ritual, a little slice of normalcy in a life that had been anything but. Lily pushed the cart, humming a tune, while Daniel checked his list. Apples, milk, cereal, and your favorite peanut butter, he said, tapping her nose. She giggled. For a man who had faced combat, these small father-daughter moments were what kept him grounded. As they neared the checkout lane, a commotion broke out near the exit. 2 store security guards were holding a woman, maybe in her late 30s, by the arms. She looked furious, but not guilty. Her jacket was slightly torn, and a few grocery items lay scattered on the floor. A small carton of baby formula rolled to Daniel's boots. "Please, you're making a mistake," the woman pleaded, her voice trembling more with frustration than fear. "I was going to pay. My wallet, it's..." "Save it," one of the guards snapped. "We saw you put items in your bag. You're coming with us." Daniel's instincts kicked in. The tone, the aggression, the lack of listening, he'd seen it too many times overseas, when power outweighed reason. He stepped forward. "Hey, take it easy. Maybe let her explain. This doesn't concern you, sir," the taller guard shot back. "Actually, it does," Daniel said firmly. "You're manhandling a woman in public without proof. That concerns every decent person here." The crowd murmured, phones started recording, but no one stepped up. The woman's eyes met Daniel's, filled with both gratitude and something deeper, like she recognized a kindred spirit in him. The guards scoffed. "We'll let the police handle this." "Good," Daniel replied, "because I'd like to be here when they arrive." When the patrol car pulled up, things took an unexpected turn. The officer who stepped out looked puzzled when he saw the woman. His face paled. "Captain Reynolds." The guards froze. "See, Captain." The woman took a deep breath. "Yes, Captain Sarah Reynolds. Off duty. I came in to grab formula for my sister's newborn. My wallet must have slipped out at the car. I told them I'd go back to get it, but they..." She gestured at the guards, her eyes watering now, anger fading into humiliation. The officer immediately ordered the guards to stand down. The crowd gasped. Phones stopped recording. The situation flipped instantly, the accused was now the authority. But for Sarah, the damage was done. Daniel stepped closer. "You okay?" She nodded, trying to steady her voice. "Thank you, for believing me when no one else did." He smiled gently. "You reminded me of someone I served with. Strong, calm under pressure. People like that don't steal, they survive." Over the next few minutes, as the officer helped clear up the misunderstanding, Sarah sat on a nearby bench. Daniel offered her a bottle of water from his cart. Lily shyly handed her a small chocolate bar. "This always makes Daddy feel better when he's sad," she said softly. Sarah smiled, a tear slipping down her cheek. "Thank you, sweetheart." As they talked, Daniel learned Sarah had served in the Navy before joining the police force. She was raising her younger sister after their parents passed, and lately, the pressures of work, grief, and responsibility had been mounting. "Sometimes," she admitted quietly, "people look at me and think I'm unbreakable. But even steel bends under enough weight." Daniel nodded. "Trust me, I know that feeling all too well." They shared stories, of loss, of service, of the unseen battles people fight long after uniforms come off. There was something profoundly healing in that exchange, two souls recognizing their scars and finding strength in understanding. When the store manager came to apologize profusely, Sarah stood tall. "Next time, maybe ask questions before passing judgment," she said firmly. "Because one day, you might humiliate someone who's spent their life protecting yours." The guards hung their heads. Daniel placed a hand on her shoulder. "That was brave." She looked at him, eyes softening. "You reminded me that justice isn't about badges or ranks. It's about heart." Weeks passed, but that encounter didn't fade. Sarah and Daniel began meeting more often, coffee after shifts, walks in the park with Lily. What began as gratitude slowly turned into friendship, then something deeper. Lily adored her, and Daniel found in Sarah the first real light he'd seen in years. But their story wasn't just about romance. It was about redemption, trust, and standing up for truth even when it's uncomfortable. One afternoon, as they volunteered together at a local veterans center, Sarah told Daniel, "That day, when you stepped in for me, it reminded me why I put on the badge in the first place. Not for power. For people." Daniel smiled. "And you reminded me that even heroes need saving sometimes." As the sun dipped below the horizon, Lily raced ahead, laughing, while Daniel and Sarah walked hand in hand. Life had thrown them both storms, but somehow, standing up for what was right had led them to calmer waters, to family, to hope, to second chances.